They called it research, a simple study on obedience, privacy, and moral choice. 20 participants, 2 weeks, closed compound, cameras in every corner. What happened inside would not stay inside. Dr. Claire Whitmore put her life into the study. Brilliant, methodical, respected. She promised answers where philosophy only offered questions.
We will learn how humans decide under pressure.
200 applicants, 20 chosen, a cross-section of youth, majors, backgrounds, ideologies. All signed consent forms they barely read. The rules were simple. No phones, no external contact, predetermined cycles, anonymized roles, observers and subjects. The observers watched. The subjects obeyed.
Cycle 1 starts at 8. Observe, record, do not intervene.
The participants arrived, bright and nervous, laughing in the bus. They did not know laughter was the first currency they would lose. Night 1 felt like a sleepover. Candles, confessions. Cameras recorded everything, even the quiet moments no one wanted to own.
This will be fun, like a social experiment on TV.
Observers sat in a mirrored room with banks of screens. Their instructions were clinical. Apply measured pressure. Document compliance.
Remember, no harm, psychological pressure only.
Claire wrote in her field journal, "We will induce cognitive dissonance. We will quantify moral collapse." Her handwriting trembled once, a tiny human crack. A subject refuses a harmless command, refuses to step into a trust line. Small defiance, a ripple.
Subject A, I won't do that. It feels wrong. Observer, soft. That's the point. We observe reaction.
Observers were allowed to introduce moral dilemmas when small resistance appeared. The scale would increase slowly, calibrated to avoid alarm, but enough to fracture certainty. Lights controlled sleep. Subjects drifted between day and artificial twilight. Exhaustion blunted reason. Decisions became reflex.
I can't tell day from night.
The mirror test, a designed task that forced participants to confront their image and assigned guilt. Observers cheered subtle shame and counted the seconds until apology.
Say it. Say it like you mean it.
Group dynamics became the weapon. Peers were asked to shame, exclude, and test loyalty. The line between observer and subject blurred.
If you don't comply, you'll be put on the bench.
Claire watched footage with red markers. She whispered, "We must be careful." But the study had momentum. Funding, publications, and her reputation sat downstream. We're walking a line. Document everything.
On night 5, one subject, Maya, did not appear for roll call. A head count, a search, a missing badge. Panic replaced clinical curiosity.
She's not here. Check the cameras.
Security footage had a blank 20-minute gap. Files corrupted. An observer's screen showed static, then a frame of shadow.
We didn't lose feed, someone did this.
The university branded it an internal incident and paused the study. Families were told a temporary delay. Claire's emails begged discretion.
We are investigating.
A whistleblower shared encrypted clips with a former student journalist. The snippet leaked online 6 years later, igniting a firestorm. This tape contradicts every ethical claim. Inside the compound, trust eroded. Observers argued. Some wanted to stop, others rationalized. The experimental frame shielded them from guilt. We followed protocol. It escalated on its own. We have to preserve data. Maya was found alive but incoherent in a storage crawl space. Hours of silence carved into her eyes. She could not tell when she had last slept.
They made me stand in the dark. They counted me until I forgot my name.
Subjects showed signs of dissociation, memory gaps, confabulation, sudden loyalty flips. The data looked like a map of broken wills. One observer, Jonah, began manipulating prompts, escalating humiliation and isolation during night cycles. He wrote notes, testing thresholds.
They respond predictably. Increase intensity.
Boys, Claire confronted Jonah about altering protocol. He smiled like a man revealing a hypothesis. Claire, you changed the script. Jonah, we changed the subject.
VO, the pressure test forced subjects to choose between harming a stranger in simulation or isolating themselves for punishment. Most complied. A few resisted and were punished with silence. Subject E, I won't hurt a stranger. Observer, then accept the bench.
VO, Char 01. A subject tried to run. The gates were electronically locked. Alarms muted by protocol. The attempt failed. The punishment was public shaming. Subject F, Char 16. Open the door. Guard, Char 22. Protocol, no exit. A letter surfaced from Claire's past. A note from a fainted experiment 15 years earlier. We learned too late, it read. She folded it into a drawer. On cycle 9, 2 participants disappeared simultaneously. Panic became terror. The observers argued whether to call authorities. The university intervened in secrecy. University admin. We will manage this internally.
While Claire experienced hallucinations, flickers of past failures, her voice faltered as she recorded, "I thought I could control the system. I was wrong." Claire, shaken. "I can hear them at night, counting."
Someone sabotaged the control room, deleting timestamps, renaming files to obey. The word echoed like a brand. Unknown over intercom. Obey.
VO. A small group planned a calm, coordinated escape using low-tech means, maps, routes, and decoy requests. Subject G. Tonight, we leave. We don't run.
VO. The escape triggered alarms. Observers panicked. Protocols were activated, and the compound turned into a gauntlet. Guard. Lock down. Lock down. Subject H. We're being hunted.
In the control room, footage compiled showed Jonah manipulating not just prompts but people. Confessions extracted under duress, falsified data. He coerced them. He lied to me.
The university cleaned servers, altered reports, and issued statements. Publicly, it called the project terminated for ethical review. Privately, lawyers sealed files. We must limit liability. In 2018, encrypted footage surfaced online. Viewers watched raw scenes, shadows, counting, soft coercion. The internet ignited.
Survivors spoke out. Parents demanded answers. The university faced protests. The story penetrated mainstream media. Protester. We want the truth.
VO. Lawsuits followed. Jonah was quietly dismissed. Claire's reputation fractured. Trials debated consent, coercion, and the responsibility of scientists. Lawyer, defense. Consent was voluntary. Plaintiff attorney. Consent under duress is no consent.
Testimonies were raw, counting rituals, fabricated confessions, and the smell of institutional denial. A survivor whispered, "They made me say I was guilty." Survivor, soft. "I remember the counting. I remember not being able to stop."
VO. Jonah's private messages revealed a darker intent. He had a history of enjoying social power, pushing limits beyond protocol. Jonah, message read aloud. They are toys that behave.
Oh, narrator. Claire gave a televised confession. She admitted oversight, hubris, and a buried past that echoed into the present. Claire, on camera. I thought I could measure the human soul. I failed.
The lab closed, students scattered. Psychology renounced some methods and adopted stricter ethics. But wounds did not heal. The leaked archive became a grim teaching tool. Psych students watched to learn. Activists watched to shame. The footage refused to be buried.
VO. Survivors said the counting never left them. Random numbers triggered panic. Years later, a streetlight would restart the sound in a mind. Survivor whispers, "I flinch when someone counts to 10.
Ethicists debated in op-eds the boundary between study and harm, the arrogance of assuming control over human conscience. We must ask what research is for, if not to protect people.
Claire moved away, lectured quietly, and occasionally advised private firms. Some called her a villain, others saw a cautionary mind. We must never repeat this.
The tape ended with a black screen and a single word: obey. The experiment broke laws, but the deepest wound was moral. Who repairs a mind once it has been fractured?